Hello to everyone. I am Mr. Mendoza, second grade teacher at Web Du Bois Charter Academy. And on this last and final segment of Science Forces at Work, we're going to review the entire chapter from Lesson 1, Tools and Machines. Lesson 2, Gravity, small planet, less gravity. You can jump up higher, maybe leap to the sky and fly like Superman through the air. Maybe, who knows? The bigger the planet, the more gravity it has. It'll bring you down. It'll make you even heavier. Magnets, polars, north and north, repel each other. You can't put them together, even if you tried. North and south pole, bring them together, boom, they'll connect. Those are where the magnetic force is strongest, of course. The north or south end, not at the middle of it, but both. And lastly, sound. Sound. Yes, sound is a mighty powerful force. Imagine if I was talking to you like this, would you really listen? Or if I was talking to you like this, would you really listen? Ah! Loud. Yeah, you probably either listen to me or crack up at me because I'm acting in such a goofy way. So here we go. Ready or not? Here we go. Pitch. How high is something, or how low is a sound. Poles, north and south. Not a pole that you can climb up. No, ramp. A ramp is something you can use to push up or pull down or whatever. Volume. How high is it? How high is the volume? Or how low is the volume? Am I whispering? Weight. How heavy is something or how light is something? Use each word once for the items 1 through 5. Gravity pulls things toward the center of Earth with a certain amount of force. This amount of force is called what? They're at both ends of the planet. There's a north and a south end of it. What are they? The loudness of a sound is called its, we're talking about loudness of a sound. How loud is it? What is it? And it actually has pages on there for you too. Three, a blank can make moving an object easier. What can make moving an object easier? Imagine if you were on the floor, the object was on the floor and it was really heavy and you had to put it up on top of something. What can you use to help you make the job easier? Sounds can be high or low or in between. This is called its what? This magnet has two what? Two. Number 6. How do wheels help people to work? How? Do wheels make it easier? Do wheels make it harder? You tell me. Describe how gravity affects the children on this sled. Why do you think it is harder to climb up a hill than to go down a hill? Why? Gravity is a force that pulls you up or down. Describe some ways we use magnets in the kitchen. How do you use a magnet in the kitchen? And think about this all in all. What can forces do? Here's something fun to do. Draw a maze. That's the difficult part about it. Drawing a maze on a piece of paper, because some of us, really hard to draw. Even a simple thing like that, a maze. I would need a ruler and everything else to make it nice and pretty. But draw a maze on a piece of paper, put a magnet under the paper to move a paper clip through the maze. Have a partner time how long it takes to finish the maze. The paper clip goes on top, the magnet is at the bottom. Move the magnet away from the paper and try the maze again. Why do you think it took longer to finish the maze? If you move the magnet away from it. Let's take here's a piece of paper. The magnet is close to the piece of paper. Its magnetic force is really strong, so it latches on to the paper clip that is up here and just moves quickly. But if you move it down, is the force as strong, or is it growing weaker and weaker as you move the magnet down? Eventually, you'll move it so far down that the paper clip will stop moving. So is that why? What would happen if you used a plastic checker instead of a paper clip? What would happen if it's plastic, but it had iron inside of that plastic? No, that's not the question. The question is, what would happen if you used a plastic checker instead of a paper clip, and why? As a matter of fact, why is a paper clip moving? Remember that? If the object has what in it, and I just said it like a minute ago, that thing that an object needs to have inside of it to make it magnetic or not. What other objects could you use in your magnet maze? Here's a little bit of practice for you. What would happen if you threw a ball and there were no gravity? You remember that? If you would throw a ball like if you were on the moon, where you jump and you like take a giant leap because the gravity is not, there isn't much gravity on the moon. What would happen if you threw a ball and there were no gravity? It would fall back toward the ground. It would fly off into the air and not come back. It would be attracted to a magnet, or it would not make a sound. Huh? Think about it. No gravity. No gravity at all. You just you hurl that ball. Would it go down to the ground? Down, down, down? Would it fly off into the air and not ever come back? Or it would be attracted to a magnet. Or D, it would make a sound. What makes sense? Picture below shows a hammer. What does this tool do? A, it makes work easier. B, makes pitch higher. Magnet, a hammer, does that create sound? Pitch is high or low. Grows plants. A hammer can grow plants. Huh? Attracts iron. A hammer? Will it attract iron? A regular hammer. Don't start thinking about, well, if the hammer's magnetic, then it will attract iron. Now, this is a regular hammer where it's not magnetic. What would it do? 3, what would a magnet attract? Do you remember what we talked about in the story before? We'll go back and read it. What would a magnet attract? A penny, a piece of paper, a paper clip, or a marble? What? Lastly, a little bit about sound and how bats work and how dolphins and other animals work. Echolocation. Sounds are all around you, but can sound vibrations help you get dinner? If you're a bat, the answer is yes. Bats use echolocation to move around and catch food. Bats live in caves. They cannot see very well in the dark. They use sound to help them fly and find food in the dark. First, the bat makes a high pitch, even higher than that, much higher than that. The sound vibrations from the squeak move through the air and hit a moth. The vibrations, they hit the moth, that sound, force of sound. They hit the moth, and the vibrations bounce off the moth and come back to the bat. Then the bat swoops down and catches the moth for a meal. Bats are not the only animals that use echolocation. Dolphins make clicking noises. Much louder than that, obviously. Dolphins make clicking noises to help find food. So bats and dolphins. And if you want to know more about what other animals use echolocation, well, look it up. Say, what animals use echolocation? You're thinking, what? Just use Google or whatever other search engine that you prefer and read more. Thank you for watching this entire video, watching this entire segment. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And read more. Always read. Always read.